Welcome to Biblical Wisdom for Today. In this video, we'll be exploring a powerful question: how can forgiveness transform your life and bring you closer to God? Holding on to resentment can weigh us down, both spiritually and emotionally, but the Bible shows us a better way. By learning to forgive, we not only obey God's commands, but also free ourselves from the heavy burden of bitterness. Today, we'll dive into 5 key aspects of forgiveness that will help you see how letting go can change your life. Why forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. Learning from Job's example of forgiveness. The emotional and physical benefits of letting go. How to overcome the struggle to forgive. The spiritual freedom found in forgiveness. Stay tuned to learn how these biblical principles can help you find peace, strength, and joy in your spiritual journey. Let's get started.
Forgiveness is often seen as a gift to others, but it's also a gift to yourself. When we choose to forgive, we free ourselves from the weight of bitterness and resentment. Proverbs 11 verse 17 says, "The kind man benefits himself," reminding us that acts of kindness, including forgiveness, bring blessings to our own lives. Holding on to grudges can feel like holding on to control, but it actually controls us. When we harbor resentment, it affects our thoughts, emotions, and even our physical health. Forgiving allows us to take back control and find peace. Forgiveness is an act of strength, not weakness. It takes courage to release the anger and pain caused by others. But when we forgive, we demonstrate our resilience and our ability to rise above the situation. Jesus emphasized the importance of forgiveness many times. In Matthew 6 verse 14, he said, "For if you forgive others their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you." This shows that forgiving others is essential for our own spiritual health and relationship with God. By forgiving, we follow Christ's example. Jesus forgave those who hurt him, even as he was being crucified. If he can show such profound forgiveness, we are called to do the same in our own lives, even when it's difficult. Forgiveness brings about a sense of relief and clarity. When we let go of grudges, we make room for peace, joy, and new experiences in our lives. It's as if a burden has been lifted off our shoulders. Have you experienced the freedom of forgiveness in your life? The story of Job teaches us a powerful lesson about forgiveness. Job endured great suffering and was unfairly criticized by his friends, yet God instructed him to pray for them. Despite the hurt, Job chose to forgive and pray, showing incredible strength and humility. Job 42 verse 10 tells us, after Job had prayed for his friends, the Lord restored his fortunes. This verse highlights that Job's willingness to forgive led to blessings. Forgiveness can unlock the doors to healing and restoration in our own lives as well. It's important to remember that forgiveness is not about condoning hurtful actions. Instead, it's about freeing yourself from the hold those actions have over you. When Job chose to forgive, he was choosing to move forward, not stay trapped in bitterness. Forgiveness allows us to heal. Holding on to resentment is like holding on to a wound and expecting it to heal. By choosing to forgive, we allow the healing process to begin. This was true for Job, and it can be true for us as well. Praying for those who have hurt us can change our perspective. When God told Job to pray for his friends, it shifted Job's focus from his pain to empathy and compassion. Praying for others, even those who have wronged us, can soften our hearts and help us forgive. Through Job's example, we learn that forgiveness is an act of obedience to God. God commands us to forgive because it sets us free. When we follow this command, we align ourselves with His will, just as Job did. Want to learn more about how forgiveness can bring blessings? Be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos on biblical wisdom that can change your life. Holding on to anger and resentment can have real physical and emotional effects. Studies show that chronic stress, often caused by unresolved anger, can lead to health problems such as high blood pressure and anxiety. Forgiveness, however, has been linked to improved mental and physical health. Proverbs 14 verse 30 says, "A tranquil heart is life to the body." This verse highlights that peace of mind, which comes from letting go of resentment, leads to a healthier, happier life. Holding on to anger only harms us, but letting go brings tranquility. Forgiveness can improve your mental health. By letting go of resentment, we reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. It's like taking a heavy weight off your shoulders, freeing your mind to focus on the positive aspects of life. Forgiveness also strengthens relationships. When we let go of grudges, we open the door to healing and reconciliation. This can lead to stronger, healthier connections with those around us, whether it's family, friends, or colleagues. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting, it means releasing the hold the past has on you. When we forgive, we're not erasing the past, but we're choosing not to let it define our present. This is crucial for our emotional health and overall well-being. Forgiveness allows us to live in the present. When we're consumed by past hurts, we miss out on the beauty of today. By letting go, we open ourselves to new experiences, joy, and peace that we otherwise would not have. What has forgiveness brought to your life? Feel free to share your experiences in the comments. Forgiveness can be a difficult journey, but it is possible with God's help. Sometimes the pain is deep and the hurt is overwhelming, but through prayer, reflection, and God's guidance, we can find the strength to forgive. Ephesians 4 verses 31 to 32 tells us to put away all bitterness, rage, and anger. Instead, we are encouraged to be kind and compassionate, forgiving each other as God forgave us. This verse reminds us that forgiveness is a choice we make with God's help. Start by acknowledging your feelings and the hurt you've experienced. Denying your emotions only makes forgiveness harder. By facing your feelings, you can begin to understand them and work through them with God's help. Pray for those who have hurt you. It might be difficult at first, but prayer has the power to transform your heart. When you pray for others, you open your heart to empathy, which is a step toward forgiveness. Remember that forgiveness doesn't mean immediate reconciliation. It's okay to set boundaries while you heal. Forgiveness is about freeing yourself, and that doesn't always mean restoring a broken relationship immediately. Seek support from trusted friends or spiritual mentors. Sometimes sharing your struggle with someone who understands can make the journey to forgiveness easier. They can pray with you, offer advice, and provide encouragement. Are you struggling to forgive someone? Consider praying for strength and seeking support from your community. Forgiveness is a journey, but you don't have to walk it alone. Forgiveness is more than just an act, it's a path to spiritual freedom. When we choose to forgive, we align ourselves with God's will, which brings us closer to Him and deepens our spiritual peace. When we forgive, we are following Jesus' example. Jesus showed ultimate forgiveness, even as He was on the cross, saying, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." This act of grace teaches us that forgiveness is at the heart of the Christian faith. Letting go of resentment allows us to experience God's love more fully. When our hearts are weighed down by anger, it's hard to feel God's peace. Forgiveness clears the way for His love to flow freely into our lives. Spiritual freedom through forgiveness is about releasing control. Sometimes we hold on to anger because it feels like a way to control the situation. But true freedom comes when we let go and trust that God will handle justice. Forgiveness also strengthens our faith. Every time we forgive, we are reminded of how much God has forgiven us. This deepens our appreciation for His grace and encourages us to live more like Christ. When we let go of resentment, we make room for joy. Holding on to grudges blocks our happiness, but forgiving others allows joy to take root in our hearts. It's a beautiful exchange, bitterness for peace, anger for joy. So, what steps will you take this week to forgive and find peace? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your journey might inspire someone else to start their own path to freedom through forgiveness. As we wrap up today's video, I hope you've seen just how transformative forgiveness can be. What steps will you take this week to forgive and let go? Remember, it's not just about others. It's about finding peace, joy, and spiritual freedom for yourself. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our daily biblical wisdom videos. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you on your journey of forgiveness.